When a person reaches the age of 60, they can still appear energetic and full of vitality, often not feeling that life is particularly difficult. However, as time goes on and they reach 70, most people will face a critical stage in their later years, which is also an important turning point in life. Those who live wisely and clearly will begin to understand how to enjoy the fruits of their lifelong hard work. On the other hand, those who are confused and unwise still think they are in their 50s or 60s, constantly entangling themselves in various affairs without any rest. In this life, it's almost impossible to have no desires at all. After all, human nature is hard to change. In this life, it's almost impossible to have no desires at all. After all, human nature is hard to change. However, we can restrain ourselves and reduce our desires through self-discipline, which is a quality everyone should have. I recommend that everyone follow the principle of 6 don'ts in their later years, which can bring more peace, happiness, and well-deserved blessings in old age. 1. Don't overexert yourself helping your children. Every generation has its own blessings. Many people in their 60s choose to help take care of their grandchildren. They understand the difficulties their children face and are willing to do their part. Some elderly couples divide the responsibilities. The wife takes care of the kids while the husband works as a security guard, offering both physical and financial support. However, for people in their 70s, continuing to care for young children or take on physically demanding jobs like security work may no longer be realistic. As we age, our physical condition may not allow us to do heavy labor. Encouraging children to be independent and letting go of their reliance on their parents may seem harsh, but it is actually a wise and forward-thinking choice. When elders let their children become independent and manage their own lives well without needing care from their children, they are actually offering support in another deeper way. With this mindset, the elderly will develop a more open and peaceful attitude toward life. 2. Don't obsess over longevity. Living too long may bring more humiliation than honor. Some people constantly push themselves just to live a little longer, buying loads of health supplements. In the end, it's just a waste of money, and it even makes their children unhappy. If an elderly person's legs and body are no longer agile, yet they still insist on chasing longevity, it truly becomes a burden on their children. Laozi once said that people should follow the way of nature. The earth, the sky, the universe, and the Tao all follow natural laws. Birth, aging, illness, and death are all part of the natural order. The more you try to fight it, the more problems you may create. When it comes to our bodies, letting things take their natural course is best. Live life according to nature's rhythm, age gradually, and accept life and death with peace of mind. This way, every day can feel light and free. Every day is precious, and in that state, life actually feels longer. Even if you live a year or two less, as long as you live happily, it's still worth it. Don't spend your days worrying about everything. If you can still open your eyes tomorrow, then it's already a beautiful day. 3. Don't keep chasing money. What's meant to be yours will come. What's not meant to be should not be forced. Everyone wants to get rich, not just you and me, but everyone. But what does it truly mean to be rich? Someone who has 10 million still wants 100 million. Many elderly people over 60 are still working hard. Some wash dishes and clean floors in restaurants. Others work as security guards in residential communities, and some return to the countryside to farm. Being able to work, earn money, and support yourself is a good thing. However, if you're still struggling for a living at 70, aren't you just making life harder for yourself? Most of us are ordinary people. We don't have the talent of scientists, and learning a trade is just to get by, not something to obsess over. In truth, wealth and status are mostly determined by fate. Who doesn't want to live in prosperity? Understanding this may seem passive, but it's actually a way to accept fate and pursue a stable and peaceful life. After all, wealth is like a passing cloud, here today, gone tomorrow, so why worry so much about how much you'll leave behind for your children? 4. Don't be driven by lust. Young couples become lifelong companions in old age. At 70 years old, why still chase true love? You're likely to be deceived. There are plenty of people trying to make money off you, but very few who truly love you. Especially for men, If you can't control yourself and keep getting involved with different women, your reputation will suffer and your family will fall apart. Obsession with attractive women not only harms your health, but also ruins your family, finances, and relationship with your spouse. You should cherish the person beside you. It's not easy for someone to accompany you through a lifetime. In old age, couples may be like neighbors, not talking much, not even holding hands, but understanding each other deeply and taking care of one another. Without youthful beauty, what remains is simple, steady love, like a gentle stream flowing quietly. Even if your spouse has passed away, you should be cautious about finding love in old age. Don't just settle for anyone. Life goes on, you just need to get used to being alone. As for true love, let it happen naturally. 5. Don't engage in excessive socializing. No banquet in the world lasts forever. When you're young, it's important to make friends. Being familiar with people makes it easier to find jobs, partners, and opportunities to make money. Don't distance yourself from fun-loving friends either. One day they might come in handy. By the time you're in your 60s, you'll gradually introduce your reliable social circle to your children, helping them build connections too. But once you reach 70, most friends outside of family may slowly drift away because of aging, illness, or passing on. If you're still overly fond of socializing and attending gatherings everywhere, it just wastes money and doesn't bring much joy. If you end up in the wrong crowd, you'll get upset. And if you fall into messy circles, they might even try to scam you. All social circles eventually break apart. Don't take them too seriously. Don't put too much value on new social groups. They're usually just temporary companions. The older you get, the less you should join in the crowds, the more you should stay close to your little family. 6. If your body can no longer keep up, don't force yourself to travel. If your heart holds a peach blossom land, then everywhere can feel like paradise. Many elderly people believe that after retirement, they should travel the world, that it's their dream. But in reality, we don't need to constantly be on the move, trying to have fun all the time. By the time you're 70, your body may not cooperate. You just can't walk that far anymore. Besides, after seeing enough scenery, you'll realize that mountains and rivers often look quite the same. Human understanding has 3 stages. At first, a mountain is just a mountain, and water is just water. Then, a mountain is no longer a mountain, and water is no longer water. Finally, you come to see that a mountain is still a mountain, and water is still water. Have you reached this final stage of understanding? In truth, whether something is good or bad depends entirely on how you see it. In your remaining days, keep life simple and peaceful. Even a trip to the vegetable market can reveal unexpected beauty. Do you agree with these ideas? Would you choose a low-desire lifestyle? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments.